So yeah, do big damn hero dice carry over?
They do not.
Okay, get rid of those. I should have spent them, but I'm a fool.
Now we know.
Yep.
1 plot point. Okay.
Everybody starts with 1 plot point.
My
No
big
hero
damn hero
dice.
dice went again. My D8 just went away.
Yep.
That sucks.
Well, it's been a few weeks since your last adventure.
Of course it has.
Yeah. So, what I'm going to say, I'm going to pull out this piece of paper and make notes. Amelia, you get a wave from one of your old contacts. Who is it?
Oh, I have to come up with the name on the spot, don't I?
Yes.
Sebastian.
How about go with Rowan Kenny?
You spell that for me?
He's typing it. Rowan Kenny.
Rowan Canny, okay.
Just writing that down.
I am.
So am I.
I won't make it say how you know him, but you get a wave from old Rowan. He says, Amelia, I hear you got yourself all set up in some cushy, pleasure cruise kind of ship. How's that going?
I would call this a pleasure cruise.
No?
No, it's a fancy cargo ship. That's it.
Oh, fancy. Well, then, I got this line on a job that I am just too busy to do, and I wondered if you wanted it.
Might be interested. What's the details?
Go to Leadville on Deadwood and meet up with a guy named Sorrington in Leadville. I'll tell you, he is going to be at the Tumbleweed Saloon on, the 5th at 6 p.m. You think he can get there by then? Short answer is yes.
Yeah. What's the long answer?
Yes, we can make it.
Yeah, we should be able to make that.
All right. Now, I don't know what the job is. I know we wanted to keep it quiet, so it might be one of those kind. But you never shied away from those in the past, so I don't see that that'll be a problem now.
Well, as long as the money's good.
Yeah, I think he was saying it was paying like 100 or so, but you can probably talk him into more.
All right. Well, I'll see what the job is.
All right. Well, hey, don't be a stranger. Next time you're out this way, you say hi, all right?
Will do.
All right. See ya.
Take care, Rowan.
And then he hangs up. Says,
Hey, boss. I got a job.
Oh, good. We need one. What is it?
We're to meet this guy over at the Tumbleweed bar. 6 p.m.
Whereabouts? Which planet?
it's on Deadwood in the capital, Leadville.
I know. I was, I would obviously ask.
Sure.
That sounds like good. That sounds good because that's far away from, and I forgot the guy's name that I got the ship off, but away from him anyway.
You're right.
So yes, sounds good. Let's go. Let's go tell. Grief, I need to write down these people's names. Let's go tell Felix.
Felix.
Let's get going.
Right, let's boogie.
All right. It's getting there by the 5th is easy. You'll if you take your sweet time, you'll get there on the 4th. But you can land on the 4th and take in the sights before your meeting on the 5th.
Let's do some research on Deadwood and see how many sites there are exactly.
Probably
none.
Not many.
Can you type out the guy's name? We're supposed to meet.
Sorrington. Here's my guess at how it's spelled. There we go. I was close except for the extra R.
Yeah.
Chen.
Yep.
I'm assuming we got a description or something. It's going to be wearing a red rose in his lapel.
Yeah, no, he just gave a name and a time and place.
I guess we're just going to have to ask around.
Uh-huh.
So what do we know about Deadwood, Patrick?
You
Leadville.
know that I will break out the handy dandy source book. Deadwood is in the Blue Sun system. It is on page 152 of your Traveler's Manual, which everyone has, of course. Deadwood was a planet that faced adversity from its earliest days, but settlers took what they could easily have been classified as a black rock and turned it into a viable world. Visit to Deadwood gives a glimpse of how settlers on the rim are often able to make the best out of the worst. It is the 7th planet in the Blue Sun system. It began life as a lush forest planet, but due to a quirk in the terraforming process, the soil on Deadwood was not able to maintain the proper level of nutrients to sustain vegetation for long. So now all the trees are dead, hence the name Deadwood. They are unable to produce crops in substandard soil, so they import them from one of the planet's 2 moons. They have Haven and New Omaha. They're their moons. And now it's mineral rich. I say rich lightly here. Deadwood mines minerals and sends them to the moons. The moon sends them food in return. You could go to Standing Timbers National Park to look at a bunch of dead trees. And one of its moons has become a sanctuary for those looking to make amends for their past crimes.
Oh, so it's kind of like not a prison colony, but like
Well, ships on the run from the law have been rumored to use Haven's network of mining shafts to avoid attention from Alliance operatives, so be wary before exploring any tunnels. But you're not going to Haven, you're going to Deadwood.
True. I mean, and who likes the Alliance anyways?
Right.
Right. Yes, exactly. And that's what you know. The capital is Leadville, because that was their primary mineral export. They have since found many others, so it's not just, contaminated water supplies for you. And the trees make good fence posts and beams.
Because they're dead.
Because they're dead. Yeah. All right. Any other questions?
Do we know? Can we find anything about Cheng Sorrington?
For that, I would like some sort of research roll from someone.
Research. Let me see.
You mean
I don't see research skill like a no?
Sure.
Okay.
You're way out on the rim there, Blue Sun. That's way out there.
My no is 8 and 10.
That's not bad.
My no is an 8 and an 8.
My nose is 6, and I'm focused more on ships. So unless I see, a ship coming, don't ask me to know anything.
At this point, would reputation also? Could we add a dice for that?
No, this isn't really a reputation situation.
Okay.
All right, so people who are rolling, your target number is 7.
I can remember how to do this now. Mental. No.
Can we both roll, or is it like just one person?
Oh, I mean, if you guys, it's going to take you a couple of days to get there, so you got nothing else to do. You might as well do your research on Deadwood.
Sure. Okay.
So I got 10.
Hmm.
What was the target number?
7.
7. Okay. John? I mean, sorry.
Uh,
Atticus?
Atticus. Yeah, I'm taking a look here. I don't think I've got any assets. Yep. Nope. We're gonna roll for total. It is a Nettori.
You know what? Have a plot point for rolling that 1,
Excellent.
and you discover that your subscription to the Cortex has expired. Next time you're planet side, you'll have to renew that.
Damn it. All right, bet. So expired subscription.
Expired subscription to the Cortex.
As a complication.
You haven't paid your internet bill.
That's right.
Hey, no, he's in debt.
So all you need to do is borrow somebody's logon certificate, and you'll be fine. Yeah, you find out that the town Leadville is the capital of the planet, and its mayor is a Cheng Sorington.
Oh, he's the mayor.
He's
Okay.
the mayor. Global population is maybe a little less than 1 million currently.
Well, that pen's dead. Okay. Pen number 2.
Oh, excuse me. But
So
after
is
a
there
while, okay, go on.
Sorry, I apologize. Is there anything about Chen Sorington other than he's the mayor?
Articles about his good works and
Election.
how he came up. He elected. He was a lawyer in the public defender's office, and then he transferred and became the DA. And then he went into politics, and this is his first stop. The governor of Deadwood is a guy named Rance Burgess.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, him.
So he's a douchebag, is what you're saying.
Well, yeah.
Is Ron Burgess the same Ron Burgess from the episode?
As a player, yes. As a character,
Yes.
you have never heard of him.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. I thought the name was familiar. That's why I said that.
Yes.
Okay. For those who are playing at home, the episode we're talking about is the one where they went and defended the whores from those bad guys.
Yep. Barricaded themselves up.
Yep.
That hasn't happened yet.
No, I know. All right.
Any other questions?
None that I can think of. Anybody else?
No, I can't think of any.
All right. Well, then you guys will put down at the starport outside of the beautiful downtown Leadville.
Which is looting.
Beautiful might be an overstatement.
Is it loaded yet? Because I don't see it.
Is it black for everyone? Did I forget to
Yes,
turn
it's
off?
No, I see it.
Let's
I
see.
see it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna have to refresh.
I mean, that looks kind of fancy for a frontier world.
Yeah. Well, it's probably where all their income goes to.
Yeah, well, that thing in the middle is the lead processing plant.
Oh,
Oh.
That's what the
That's
city is named for. It's going to be Leadville.
Oh, okay.
Leadville. I mean, it's not exactly the most imaginative name, but it gets its point across, I suppose.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're throwing people out on 200 different worlds, and they just run out of things to call things.
True. Kind of like what happened with America. Just copy all the British names down. Manchester, yeah. York, yeah, sure.
Well, that's all because you guys came to settle it, actually.
Hey,
But anyway.
don't take all the credit. We rename stuff after French and Italian and Spanish places too,
Like Versailles, Kentucky.
like Versailles,
And Egypt.
Versailles, and Milan. Yep.
Try to have an original thought.
Well, we do have a couple of climaxes. Is that better?
you you have towns called Climax.
Oh yeah, a couple of them.
Yep.
And in Michigan, there's a town named Hell, and it routinely freezes over.
Oh,
Again.
fair enough.
And that's beside the point. So you have arrived on the 4th after moseying. You have landed the Royal Flush outside of town. You still have enough money from your last thing to fuel up and stuff like that.
We'll
I mean,
do that.
you're not rolling
Just-
in dough, but you're not worried about paying for fuel at this point.
Well, we will organise refueling as soon
Yeah.
as we're here early.
Sure, no problem.
Victuals, all that good stuff. So, do we want to go look at the sites?
Gonna put Bester on it.
I was gonna take a look to see if
Yes.
we perhaps need to stock up the med bay, or what we may be using as said med bay. If I made a stop at if they have a pharmaceutical, I get probably not in Leadtown.
Well,
I
it's
don't-
the capital
no.
of the planet.
Oh, you know what? You're absolutely right. Yeah, I want to see if there's like a medical store I could stop by, maybe just grab some loose ends for the ship, because we're just sightseeing now, right? We're not actually going to the meeting.
Right.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Correct.
I mean, if you're going to go to a drugstore to buy supplies, I mean, you're going to get the stuff that you could walk to a drugstore and buy today. You know?
I mean, I'm not looking to for hard medicine, but like bandages,
Sure.
Yeah.
first aid kits. Stuff that shit hits the fan on the ship. I have something.
Absolutely.
Would this be like pharmacies in America?
Yes.
Because because depending on
Wait.
where you are in the world, you can buy.
You know what? That's
You can buy
fair,
some
but
really weird things.
in my defense, though, isn't most of the population part American, part Chinese?
Yes.
Isn't it just okay?
Yeah. I mean, so it's probably going to be like a mixture of stuff you'd probably see in like a pharmacy, and then like also like herbal remedies and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know that much about Chinese medicine, if I'm being honest.
Right. I can probably see a lot of remedies, though. I can see that.
Yeah, but you won't find those in your CVS's and your Walgreens here. There'll be a part of town for those kind of remedies. And you can get them if you know what you're looking for. You can go down and get them. But your mainstream stuff is definitely, come into the drugstore and also buy, milk and bread for dinner and rent a movie and maybe get some makeup for your 5-year-old pageant child or stuff like that. It'll all be there. But yeah, if you're looking for antibiotics or sedatives or anything like that, you're going to need to hit a hospital and work something out with your medical license.
Sure. Oh, well, okay, yeah, no, I'm not looking to do that. Just standard drugstore stuff.
Yep. All right.
Yep.
So as you're moseying through town, it's busy. It's a work day. They have a fancy part of town for a backwater Podunkville kind of place. They have a bank. They have an opera house. Numerous bars. Everything you'd expect to find at a frontier town that's got a little bit of Alliance money to it. And speaking of Alliance, you do see the occasional Purple Belly Patrol.
Oh dear.
They're not thick or anything, but there's definitely a presence. And there's lots of signs, spouting the joys of, the Alliance.
So, anywhere other than the pharmacy anybody wants to go?
Okay, yeah. So, I'm probably not going to want to be around the Alliance. Is there any bars in town?
Yeah, don't get super drunk and get arrested
Yes.
again, by the way.
That's been one time.
Yeah.
Yes, there are bars in town.
Yeah, Felix is probably going to post up in a bar. Get a pint of whatever's good and nurse it for a while. Flying is a stressful job.
Right. Well, there is that bar that you're meeting the mayor in tomorrow. You can go there.
Yeah, I'll get a sense of the place. Make sure people haven't strapped shotguns to the underside of the tables and stuff like that.
All right.
That's where I was planning on going anyway, but yes.
All right. So is everybody going to go down there to the... That'll be Elwood, Felix. Anybody else? I mean, it's a bar. It has a disturbing lack of spittoons.
You mean it's a high-class bar?
Yeah, it's a high-class bar.
Nobody else?
We don't need anyone else. You've got the fancy man and the guy who's got a funny hat and will, beat the ever-loving life out of anyone who looks at him wrong.
Well, I'm going to find a card game, Patrick, if there is one going.
Yes, you can find one down here in this room. It's a $10 buy-in with a $50 limit.
Sounds good.
right.
I'll start playing in there.
All right.
Talking and playing, hanging
Sure.
out.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to accomplish anything other than fleecing these people of all their money?
Well, I'm not going to cheat, unless somebody else is, obviously.
Huh?
Well, no, I'm just going to ask general questions, ingratiate myself.
Oh, okay. Tell you what. That would be social. Give me a social influence roll.
Like gambling.
No.
Okay.
You're trying to get information.
Okay.
So your target number is 10. Well, look at now the D6 are rolling just fine.
10?
Yep.
Hold
10
on.
is your target number.
Just trying to think if there's anything else I want to throw in there. Well, let's roll and see what happens. Of course, I got 8.
All right. Well, you didn't roll a 1. Your general sense of the situation is that they are. This is a port town, and turns out most of the people you're playing cards with are from off-world.
Hmm.
So, I mean, you're getting plenty of rumors about, hot commodities on various other planets. Um, which is good to know if you're, doing commerce and trade. Uh, there is a general consensus that you don't want to stray too far over the line in this town because they do tend to come down on you heavy. Amelia finds a tea shop to buy tea or to sit down and drink tea.
Buy tea.
Buy tea. Yes. If you go to the Chinese side of town, you will find a wide variety. If you're looking for something particular, let me know.
No, she's just gonna peruse and see if there's any interesting tea combinations.
Uh,
I asked.
uh,
Sorry. I'm going to ask Amelia to pick me up some green tea.
well, green tea is not interesting.
No, but it's good for you.
All right, so a quick trip to the internet tells you that they have kukicha, which is very rare, and purple tea, and green rooibos. But they don't have much of that. Otherwise, they've got your orange picos, your green picos, your black tea, your green tea, your chai, all the other teas that I fail to know the names of.
Earl Grey hot.
Earl Grey, yeah. It's not hot yet. How did I forget Earl Grey?
Exactly. How did you forget Earl Grey?
I'm going to turn in my geek card right now.
Mm-hmm.
She'll pick up some green tea, some orange tea, and some Earl Grey.
All right. It doesn't cost very much. Those are all the really common ones. She can't interest you in the Arubus? It's not the one that's passed through the bowels of a cat first. I promise.
Oh, a civet cat one.
Yeah. We didn't bring it.
She'll ask what it tastes like.
It's got a heady flavor with a floral aftertaste, and it's said to help the libido.
What's in it?
Just this really ultra rare tea leaf. Has to be grown in mountains on rainforest type places. Above the tree line,
How
but
much?
below the frost line. She can sell you an ounce for 40.
It's like enough for 1 cup.
Well, you could probably get 3 or 4 cups out of it. No, you no like?
It's tempting. She's just gonna look in her her money bag.
Look at her money bag.
Yeah, I don't know where the
That's a lot. You could almost buy a horse for that. It's all right. Well, you buy you a cheap tea. You go home now.
Yeah. She pays for the other stuff and then leaves.
All right. So you get your tea. Felix, you just hanging around watching. This bar is shockingly polite. I mean, you see that there are a lot of uh, freighter crews here. I mean, just because you're an experienced spacer, you see them, you see a bunch of them in here, but they are all extremely deferent to each other. You know what I mean? It's like nobody is shouting insults about their favorite soccer team, or excuse me, football team. Nobody is, arguing over the value of a Capucin engine over a Yutani version. Nobody is doing any of that. They're all just quietly drinking their tea, drinking their drinks, quietly speaking to themselves. You can, it's almost quiet in here.
Interesting.
Hmm.
So I'll ask the guys I'm playing with, is this place always so polite?
Oh, well, you never been to Deadwood before?
No, it's my first time.
Oh, yeah, they don't put up with any of that rowdy nonsense here.
Really? Frontier town with no rattiness. It's interesting.
Yep. Apparently it upsets the governor,
Ah, yeah.
Mr.
I've heard of it.
Burgess.
Heard about him.
Yeah?
Yeah,
What you hear?
good. Oh, he doesn't stand for no nonsense, as you just said.
Yeah, okay. And he gives you a nod and looks back at his cards.
How am I doing card-wise, by the way? Do you want me to roll?
Yes. Let's make this interesting, though. Your target number is 11.
Holy Jesus.
Because these are, what do you go? Practiced spacers, and they don't have anything else to do, so they've got really good at gambling.
I'm assuming it's social influence gambling. You want me to roll?
Social influence gambling, sure. If you
Okay.
have a,
Yeah, I have a gambling specialty.
Also, by the way, if you start to lose, I'm not helping you cheat.
You don't need to. I've got a cheating of 6.
Oh, Mr. Fancy Pants.
That's how I won this ship, my friend. Whoops, I rolled a 1.
what was your total?
12.
12. Oh, okay. So, you're doing okay, but that one, take a plot point.
Mm-hmm.
They are now suspicious of your skills. That's your complication. They are suspicious of your skills, and that complication, by the way, is going to be a D10.
Where do I put the complication? I put it...
On your character sheet there at the bottom, there's a list for complications.
Okay, oh yeah, I had a wounded complication. So it's suspicious that I'm... suspect I'm cheating?
Suspicious of your skills.
And it's a 10?
That's a 10. So
Yikes.
next time we make a gambling roll, if you continue to gamble, I will roll a 10 in my dice pool against you.
Am I getting that kind of vibe from them?
Give me a notice roll. Social notice.
Okay.
Your target number for that
Whoops.
is 5.
Okay, I did notice. Let me do my social. Roll for total. 9.
Yep. Yes, you're definitely getting. They are not happy with the amount of winning you've been doing.
Well, what I'll do, Patrick, is on the next hand, I will lose most of it back on purpose. How's that?
Oh, well, that's up to you.
That's what I'm going to do.
All right. And the night will go on quietly. If you want to see if you made a profit, we'll make a quick roll on your thing.
Let's just say I break even. How's that? Just come out.
No, we're going to roll for it now because you have
Oh,
a
we-
complication.
Of course I do.
8, 9, 10, 13. Your target number is 13. Not 15 like it says. Why am I rolling as Elwood?
I don't know.
Do you have the tokens selected?
Target number was
Yep.
13. I got 12.
You got 12. So
I can re-roll the dice, right? With that plot point.
you can add a dice to your total with a plot point.
Yeah, let me do that. So you throw the plot point in, right?
Uh-huh. And then you just add that 3 into your total to give you 15. So
Yeah.
yes, you can make the outcome what you want, which you said was break even. You break even.
Okay.
Good job.
Yeah, I don't want them. I don't want them to be mad at me, and I don't need the money anyway. Hopefully, the job was going to pay lots.
All right. So you end the night quietly. Doc, you find plenty of standard medical supplies at reasonable prices.
Perfect.
Amelia, you find the tea. It's good tea. You know, I mean, it's nothing crazy, but it's good quality tea. Felix, you get as drunk or not drunk as you want. You'll be chatting with some of the people there. They'll tell you about their spacing experience and flying in and out of here and flying to other places. You'll hear the same kind of stuff you hear in any kind of other kind of spacer bar, just politely.
Without cussing.
Well, there's cussing, but there's no insulting. There's definitely no violence.
So I'm not friends with any of these people.
You
Big
might
sad.
be. Do you want to know one?
I mean,
What's their name?
Jonathan.
Jonathan? How do you know Jonathan?
I don't know. I probably bought him a drink, and now he thinks that we're like best friends.
Oh, so you didn't know him before, you just met him.
Yeah, I mean, some people are like that when they're drunk. They're just like, you know what? You're my pal.
Oh, I had a guy in the Navy, I got drunk when he was 19, and he said, I love you, man.
Yeah.
He'd been on the ship for about 6 minutes.
Yeah, and I'm quite like that when I'm drunk, to be fair. So, yeah, Felix won't go overboard. He'll probably only do like 4 pints of beer. Because Felix's tolerance is probably pretty high. And yeah, he's probably just going to ask them about the town. Ask them about the jobs. Ask them if they like it here. The sort of standard things.
Oh, well, yeah, your average guy is either running freight for the mines or shipping food back and forth from the moons down here. Every once in a while, you'll get some rich guy who wants something brought in or is shipping something off world. Sometimes you'll get stuff like that, but that's not
Uncommon.
uncommon.
Yeah.
Standard, freight stuff.
Yeah.
At least that's all they'll tell you about.
I mean, I'm going to joke with them, and I'm guessing Elwood is probably dressed up kind of fancy.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
All
Yeah,
11
it was
figures of it.
I'm going to sort of try and discreetly point, like, rich, like, that asshole over there, or, we're talking even more money.
Oh, well, some of the people here have a ton of money. Just like everywhere.
Yeah.
The guys on top, they have all the money. That's why they're on top.
Yeah.
So, I mean, these guys are a little more up the ass of the Alliance than some of the other worlds out here, but, pays the same.
Yeah, I mean, Felix is going to go on about a little bit about the alliance and the brown shirts. He's going to be asking them like, can you explain it to me because like I still don't quite understand why all that happened.
The Alliance of the Browncoats?
Yeah, like people have explained it to me about something about I don't know. The browncoats have said it was like settlers' rights or some stuff, and the alliance have said something about the rights of the government. I don't understand it. Like,
Well, they all kind of give you this weird look, and the left side of the table you're sitting at sort of looks at the right side of the table you're sitting at, and they get these uncomfortable sort of, I don't really want to bring that up right now. But you notice there's a little bit more brown on the left side of the table and a little bit more purple on the right side.
oh dear! I knew we started a bar fight there.
And they've all been getting along just fine.
Oh, you reminded them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Felix can go. Yeah, my bad. Let me buy another drink for the round for the table, and then I'll head off.
All right. Well, okay. Crisis averted.
Yeah, alcohol solves all problems.
Or causes
Come back.
many of them, but
Yeah.
that's not
Tomorrow night, I come back and both sides of the table just beating the living hell out of each other because
you got them all riled up.
Yeah, but well, I mean, to be fair, Felix is not a big picture kind of guy, and he like Alliance Browncoats. It all seems the same to him. Like he's more of a hanging with criminals like Jane from the series.
I got you. Well, just don't call them brown shirts again. We'll be fine.
Brown. Oh yeah, brown coats. Yeah,
that's a whole different group of people.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh.
Friends of that guy with the mustache.
Oh yeah, the
All right. So you've got the sort of lay of the land. Y'all head back to the ship when it gets dark. Amelia and Atticus got there early because they didn't do much out in the town. Felix and Elwood come back. Felix has clearly had something to drink. But as you approach the ship at the dock, you see there's a couple of kids hanging out near it.
Near the ship.
Near the ship.
What are they doing? Just standing there or playing or waiting?
Well, I mean, when I say kids, I want to say they're like 16, 17.
Oh, teens.
They're teens, yeah. They're
I mean, they're still kids.
They're smoking, and they're leaning up against your landing struts, and they're smoking.
Felix, you want to move those kids on? Maybe suggest they go somewhere else?
Yeah. When Felix goes back to the ship, he's not like drunk. He's definitely on his way to Drunksville, but 4 pints for him is like an average Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah. Just don't expect him to fly the ship.
Well, we wouldn't go to ask him to do that, so we should be all right.
Yeah. He's probably going to go to his bunk and. I mean, Felix isn't an idiot. He's not going to, handle weapons or, explosives whilst drunk because he knows that is a recipe for disaster. He's probably just going to have a lay down, a little bit of a read of War and Peace that he's had for 5 years and has only got through 11 pages, and promptly pass out.
All right.
So he's going to ignore what I asked him to do. Okay.
He's drunk. What you said was like to him, do something, and he's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it," and forget about it. He'll probably wake up 2 hours later, realize he hasn't done it, and go, "Oh shit," and like rush to go do it.
Okay.
Amelia's gonna. Is Amelia already on board?
Uh-huh.
My character.
I guess, if you want to be. I mean, you didn't take a whole lot of time at the tea shop. If there's anything else you wanted to do, by all means, let me know.
I mean, the only other thing she would probably done was maybe shop for some fresh like fruit or something.
Sure, yeah.
No scurvy on board the ship.
I
Yeah, we
mean,
don't want that.
that stuff's available, but it's pricey because they have to ship it in from off-world. But, I mean, it's there. It's available.
Yeah, just assortment of like, different like oranges, apples, stuff like that.
Sure, no problem.
Okay. So, I guess I'm outside. The guy, I walked in. I told him to deal with it and walked in the ship, and then apparently he just walked
Followed you
behind
in,
me, and
yeah.
I didn't notice.
No,
He's
no.
gone.
You stay here while I
Yeah,
leave.
okay. I'll leave when you stay here, and he can go. Okay. I guess I realize a little while later that nothing's happened. I look on the cameras outside the ship. Are the kids still standing around our struts doing stuff?
They're standing out there smoking, shooting the breeze.
Okay.
If they're still there, time Amelia gets back, or she'll go tell them to leave.
They'll be like, sure, Mama, anything you want. Are you looking for anything interesting? Because we can get it for you. I've never seen your ship here before, so you're probably never been here. So yeah, if you need something, we're the ones to talk to.
I'll keep that in mind. But you smoking here like that, I don't want anything to catch fire. This whole place go up and it smokes with you along with it. So skedaddle.
Sure thing, sweet cheeks. And they mosey off, laughing themselves and flicking their cigarette butts away. Still lit, I'm sure you can picture it.
Because they're tough.
Because they're tough.
Mm-hmm.
Amelia just shakes her head and heads back into the ship.
Yeah, it's not an uncommon thing to have,
Yeah, they want to sell us something because they're in the port.
Well, hey, people have their own ship. They got to have money to go with it, right?
Right.
All right. So then the evening passes. You guys can share your experiences and whatever, if you'd like.
Oh, I tell them that we should probably not try to break the law too much because the governor's got this place tied down tight. So, be interesting to see what this job is. Hopefully, it doesn't involve shooting.
I mean, at this point, is this set in character?
Sure.
Have I said that in character? Yes.
Yeah. So Felix is probably just going to pop out and go, might involve smuggling. I was talking to some guys at the tavern, and they say that rich people like ship goods all the time, so it might involve trying to get something off world.
Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion it has to do with the mayor wanting to become the governor, but we'll see. But your idea might be correct. I'm not saying it's not.
Happy to help, boss man.
And go sleep it off.
I'm not handling explosives. I'm fine. I'm only slightly tipsy.
Slightly.
Oh, sure. I could have done 12 and still been functional.
I think there's a Chinese herbal shop They might have something for you.
Felix is gonna sort of look at you like, I've had 4 pints. Do I look like a 19-year-old who's entered a bar for the first time? I'm 32, dude. I'm not drinking any of that green, and he's slurring his words a little bit. Green tree herbal stuff. It's disgusting.
Amelia just shrugs like, "Oh, boss, here's your green tea."
And you got him probably like a pound of it. So he's got enough tea to last him the rest of the year.
Excellent. Thank you. I appreciate it, Amelia, and I hand you the money for it. And I make myself some tea, Patrick.
All right.
I'm looking at you and I am judging all 3 of you so hard right now because
you're an alcoholic and alcoholics are that way. Yes, we get it.
Well, I mean, Felix will have tea, but green tea is foul to him. Absolutely foul.
What's Felix's tea?
Felix's tea is breakfast tea.
Breakfast tea.
Yes. Or coffee. But it's probably mainly coffee.
All right. So is there anything else you guys want to accomplish before we have our big meeting tomorrow?
No.
I just asked the doctor, did he get everything he was looking for?
Yeah, as much as I could. They're not really outfitted for medical stuff, but enough to keep us bandaged up if we need any.
Well, hold on a minute. You have a sick bay. I know, it's exciting, right?
Nope.
It's got 2 whole beds.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I can take care of a lot of people with that.
Yeah. This ship is big enough you could easily have a crew of 20.
Oh.
In fact, having a crew of 4 or 5, I guess, with Bester means Bester is busy and probably has to earn his keep for the first time in a long time. Not since that Firefly captain fired him.
As long as he's not shagging Kaylee, we're okay.
Keep him away from the hot engineer.
All right, so we will carry on. Who is going to the meeting tomorrow?
Felix probably would, because in case anything kicks off, the boss man's probably going to want someone there who can actually shoot.
All right.
I think we're well, unless people have a reason not to.
Yeah.
Felix, Elwood, John, did you say you were going?
I'm going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Amelia, you going?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Oh, that means everybody's going. All right. Well,
Yeah.
means I'm going to have to move you guys around some.
Felix isn't going to be actually engaging with their conversation. He's more like going to be sat at the back observing, make sure that, no one's watching them.
That's exactly what I was going to ask you to do.
Yeah, like, your typical security thing.
Okay, sure. I'll put you. Well, that's what the hell was that? I'm setting it up now. All right. So we'll go ahead to the next day at the Tumbleweed Saloon, 6 o'clock in the afternoon. As you get in, you notice there's only one guy here right now, along with the bartender.
He cleared the place out.
Right.
No,
He's a squirrely looking dude, wears a bowler. Apparently he's only in sepia tone.
Because he's old timey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell's that doing there? I'm sorry. Do you guys see a horse ranch?
Looks like a grandstand, yeah.
Yeah, why is that there? I click on it, I get the whole thing. I don't know how to get rid of that now. That's never happened before. I can't even. Let's see. Can I do that? Shit. All right.
Seeing as Amelia got the wave, I'm going to let Amelia take the
Anyway,
lead on this,
ignore the grandstand. I'll figure out what happened with that later.
if you want to.
All right. So it says.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you walk in, you see him. He says, you're the crew that Candy sent me,
Yeah, Captain Rogers.
Captain.
And she extends her hand out.
He shakes it, but he's got like damp hands,
His secret
and
power is moist.
it's weak. It's one of those clammy, weak handshakes he gives you. Says, I'm Mayor Sorington. Now he told me I could trust in your discretion, as I'm assuming that that's the case.
Yes.
All right. Well, good. It's very simple. There is a woman on the outskirts of town uh, named Alice McAllister. She was a highfalutin scientist with the Alliance back in the day, and I have reason to believe that she is using her scientific wiles to genetically breed superior horses, and she has been cleaning up at the racetrack for quite some time. And what I want you guys to do is to acquire her prize stallion and named Comet Chaser.
All right.
And bring it
So
back
what
to
do you
me.
people? So what do you people do with horse thieves in this here town? Because that's what you're asking us to do, is to steal a horse.
Which is why I am doing this on the down low, because that's a hanging offense.
Yeah, I figured it would be.
For us, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. But if we can find evidence that she's illegally modifying her horses, we can bring the full weight of the Alliance to bear on Miss McAllister and shut her nefarious works down.
Now, I do have a question. Don't you normally need the evidence first?
Well, that's what you guys are going in to get.
Before stealing the horse?
No. If we had evidence, I would do this legally. I need you guys to get me the evidence in the manner of that horse, Comet Chaser.
Would just a blood sample do?
No,
The whole horse.
need the whole horse.
Horse. Do we have any legal repercussions? What if we get caught?
You get hanged.
Well,
Well, that seems like we should probably. Never mind.
I mean, if you're not the crew for this job, just let me know. I'll hire somebody else.
Didn't say that, boss. You're just talking here.
Just talking.
Look, I can cover for you with the constabulary because they work for me. If you can avoid any Alliance entanglements, you'll be in better off shape because I don't have any control over them.
I'm going to assume that in these places that have horse races, they have doctors that do drug testing and stuff on the horses to stop doping.
Well, you might assume that if we were in the Corps.
Got any vet training? I look at Atticus.
Any vet training? No, but I do have treat at a 10. And if there are wounds, even on an animal, I should be able to treat them.
Yeah, it's more like, are they doped or genetically
Oh.
enhanced?
I do have knowledge of medicine.
Yeah, testing horse blood is for illicit substances is the same as testing human blood for illicit substances.
See, that is
Blood test, the blood test. Who cares where it comes from? But I need the whole horse. I have people standing by to do all the testing. I just need the horse.
And how much is in this for us?
It's 100 platinum. You
Is that a
guys have
lot
been
of money,
living for
Patrick?
3 months on 500 platinum. So
Right.
100 platinum to go snag a horse and bring it back seems like a lot, actually.
Hmm.
So a couple of questions. Does she have guards and mercenaries and all that stuff around her prize stallion called Comet Chaser?
I don't know. I'm not a criminal. That's what you guys are for.
We're not criminals either, dude. We're just friends of a friend.
My question is, does she own the horse or does she have a patron?
She owns a horse.
Any alliance big wigs that we need to watch out for that you know that has ties with her?
Not that I'm aware of. She's kind of shunned her alliance attachments since the war. She retired to Deadwood after the war and started a horse ranch. Now all of a sudden, her horses can't lose a race. And she was a genetic engineer, so I'm thinking
Well, that's not suspicious.
she's monkeying with her horses.
Or your horses just lose badly. Hmm.
You guys probably don't have any sort of animal husbandry skills at all, huh? Does anybody have
no.
any animal influence type skills?
No.
No, we didn't need. We knew we didn't need that.
All right, that's fantastic. So
But
what I would like is a mental no roll from everyone. And because I'm going to make this interesting, as I will go ahead and Dean, you've lost your gambling
Fishing.
thing. I'm going to make this hard. Oh,
I was actually gonna. I
13. There you go.
was
Atticus,
actually,
you did not roll that. Your target number on this knowledge, no mental, is 13.
I'm
If
gonna
you,
do the reader thing, Patrick.
oh,
Secrets. When in so somebody's trying to keep a secret, spend a plot point to discover the secret with a mental plus no action.
oh, okay. You want to do that, so you're going to go up against Sorington. You want to know his secrets.
Yeah.
I think that would be like this.
I'm gonna throw the plot point in just to do it.
If you want, I'll put that
So
in there. He is going to. You're doing it against him. All right. Well, nobody has any complications, so you don't lose any. If you're going to do that against him, you're looking at a 12. But anybody else is rolling just a general knowledge roll. Your target's 13.
Yeah, I don't know.
I got a 5. So I get a paranoid complication, Patrick.
Yeah, okay.
What are we searching for? Like, what are we
You're
trying to
looking.
knowledge?
I'm looking for anybody to know anything about horses.
Oh, let me see what I can think up.
So I'm assuming it's paranoid. He's now paranoid against me.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. He's got a weird feeling about you.
I'm just putting it as a D6, I'm assuming.
What was your roll?
It just says if your action fails, create a step up of paranoid complications. So I'm assuming that step up would mean the D6 or D6, unless you tell me differently.
No, it'll be one of the highest rolling one of your dice, which would be a D8.
Okay.
So he's got a D8. You have a D8 paranoid, so people use paranoid against you. So then nobody knows anything about horses. So good. And now with your scrutiny, you've made the mayor suspicious of you. Or you think you have made the mayor suspicious of you.
Yeah.
Because, you're paranoid, not him. So anyway, you guys don't know anything about horses. So he shows you a picture of a big black horse. No cherry tree.
I'm going to call it Black Beauty instead of Comet Chaser.
Anyway, the horse is scheduled to run at the next race, which will be, in 2 days' time. Her ranch is outside of town, and he gives you the location. And if you can get me that horse before the race, that would be great. I'll give you an extra 25 bonus if you do.
Very nice.
Unless you don't want the job. In which case, I'll ask you to keep this confidential and get the hell off my world.
I haven't
Get
even
off my
got-
plane.
We'll take the job, I guess, Amelia, as your for your buddy's sake.
Okay.
Where are we delivering the horse to?
He will give you the coordinates to his residence outside of town, where he has, coincidentally, some horses. He fancies himself quite the equestrian.
Rich people spending money on shit they don't need.
Yep. Like people that get horses for him.
What do you think, Amelia?
I think we have I think there's no choice but to steal the horse. Obviously, we're not gonna be able to buy it off her, not for the money, because that horse is most likely priceless to her.
Mhm.
Especially if she's winning a whole bunch of races with it.
I have a thought we'll probably go in and meet her and see the lay of the land and take a look around.
All right. And if there's nothing else, he'll say, "Thank you. I'll be on my way." He gives you contact information, which is, like a burner phone or something. He walks out.
I'm really worried he's going to backstab the shit out of us.
We're not
I mean,
playing
if he does,
Shadowrun. Jeez.
I mean, if he does, he can personally get introduced to the BFG. Bullet direct to the face.
That might upset the local constabulary.
Maybe.
Only for the first day or two.
Yeah, exactly. And when they can't
How
find us,
I don't think he'll backstab us because this could get him hung too.
Yeah, but he's hiding something. Just don't know what.
Indeed.
Keep muting myself so I'm not chewing your guys' ears, by the way.
All right. So what's the plan? What's the first thing you want to do?
Well, first I think we should probably find out, are there any sort of, armed guards or anything around this horse? Did the guy say anything about bloodshed? Because I'm assuming it's probably going to be best if we don't just end up massacring everyone involved.
He didn't mention anything about it.
Well, I was thinking I might pretend to be purchasing horse flesh and take
Yeah.
one or two of you with me, and then we can look around and snoop around and see what kind of security she's got. 'Cause we probably need to do this quite and get the horse out. Plus, I don't know how we're going to get a horse out because none of us know how to deal with a freaking horse.
Yeah.
Oh, those teenagers. Horse tranquilizer.
Hmm.
We're
We
looking
can make
for a
it- 'cause
horse.
it's-
We're looking for horse strength for these pesky
Well,
teenagers.
No, from them. Yeah, so that we can make the stallion not quite so boisterous because stallions are notorious for kicking you in the head.
True.
Thought you said you didn't know anything about horses.
I've been kicked in the head before, Patrick.
I've been beaten before. Please don't bring it up.
All right. Very good.
Well, my family had a ranch, so I didn't work on it, but I saw people getting kicked by stallions.
Oh, okay. So your parents didn't get you riding lessons on your ranch as a child?
I was far more interested in playing cards and cheating my friends.
Ah.
Oh,
Right.
like a true man of culture.
Mhm.
Right, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, if you want to go out to the horse ranch, we can do that. Right here. Who else going?
Just a suggestion. Maybe some of us go talk to it's just a thought. You guys can veto it. Some of us go talk to the teenagers about getting some horse tranquilizers, and the other ones go and see the ranch.
Oh, so you want to split the party?
Give
What are
everybody
we
something
asking the kids for?
horse tranquilizer.
Okay.
Hello, my
Mm.
child. Do you have any horse tranquilizer on hand?
You're a doctor, John. You should be sorry, Atticus. You should know.
Why would these are the kids that were lounging or that were soliciting around the ship, right?
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Why would they know where to find horse tranquilizer?
They're on a planet with horses, and they wanted to get us some drugs.
I mean, I guess we could ask.
That might be a little too on the nose.
Okay.
I wouldn't trust giving them, too
Yeah.
much information.
Well, I was gonna
Especially
tell 'em,
since
hey, we need horse tranquilizers so we can steal a stallion. So we should just tell them, hey, we want some horse tranquilizers because we want to get high.
Yeah, I mean, people do take ketamine, so,
Well, I mean, maybe not call it horse tranquilizer when you ask for it.
Kids, you got any of that fun new drug that makes you feel completely numb?
Can I make a knowledge medicine roll to see if perhaps I know of a street drug that could work in place of a horse tranquilizer for our purposes?
I suspect you probably know one just because you're a doctor. Just you want to give me a name of one, I'll write it down, and that's what you asked for.
Oh, sweet Jesus. What's a good horse tranquilizer name, guys? What do we?
Um, trying to think.
I know, right? Didn't think I'd have to be asking for what a.
No, the problem is because obviously, history. I
Uh,
can think of a lot of chemical names, but none of them are appropriate.
Somebody Google search horse tranquilizer and get the chemical name. Because if it works today, it will work 500 years from now.
Xylazine.
Xylazine. Okay.
It
Xylazine.
is. It's what it is. It's drugs that sedate horses.
okay.
Xylazine.
You know what? Has a street name of Xylo.
There you go.
Xylo.
it's also used in, illicit drugs too. So
Well, it's what Keith Moon took that home and he couldn't play the drums.
Xylazine?
Well, he took horse tranquilizer and he was passed out by half an hour into the concert.
Okay.
They had to get someone off the audience to play the drums.
All right, so we
Oh god.
got a two-pronged attack here. Who is going for the horse trank, and who is going to the ranch?
I'll go for the horse trank, seeing as I know what I'm looking for.
All
I'll accompany the doctor.
right.
Okay,
Okay. So
Felix and I'll go. Felix and I'll
Amelia.
go to the. You've got to be on your best behavior, Felix.
I promise I will.
Meanwhile, his fingers are. He's got crossed fingers behind his back as he's stretching.
As you do.
All right. Give me a second, because I did not anticipate the need for a search for street drugs. Silly, I know.
We're doing something right.
Yep. Let's see. I want to get this off of the new window.
The only thing is we don't want to give it too much because then we'll be trying to drag a 1-ton horse through the streets to get to the other thing, or we
Well,
kill it.
you do have a doctor with you who can probably estimate dosages pretty well.
I'm sure he'll roll brilliantly.
Oh, that looks perfect. I'm going to use that. Oh, yeah, perfect. Save image as. We are going to save this image under VTT. We're going to go to Firefly. None of this is showing up. I'm going to call it maps, and I'm going to call it. Oh, it's already named.
Who has a high drive skill? Not me.
A high what?
Drive. So I think
Someone's
six.
got to, ride the horse out of the.
All right.
Isn't that the same as pilot drive, or does that operate? I don't know.
Operate. I don't know. Are there two ones? Two for pilot and drive?
You have pilot and fly.
Okay.
Oh, you're right.
Or
Drive.
sorry,
fly,
drive and fly.
and operate.
And
What do you
operate.
do for a living? I drive.
All right. So everybody who's watching this on video can see me do all this behind the scenes stuff to make you a scene.
Ooh, fancy.
Yep. So
Yep.
if you guys want to know how the cookies are made, watch the video. I'll do that. I will turn the grid off.
Step away for a second.
We are not doing any of that. Turn the lighting off. Save changes. I'll make sure it's set up kind of properly. That's fine. All right. And I'll go through my NPCs here. I'll put my PCs there. Amelia and Atticus. Because Atticus has stepped away, we're going to go to the McAllister Ranch, which you guys will probably need to zoom in on because it's a very big map.
I should close the Comet Chaser picture.
Yes, if you're done looking at it.
Yep. I'm still at the Tumblewood Saloons.
Yes, that's where I left you.
Mhm.
All right, so we will go to the ranch.
Du-du-du-du-du.
Du-du-du-du-du-du.
There it goes.
All
Oh,
right.
look, High Chaparral.
Yeah. So it's out there in the high desert. There's this quaint little stucco. You can even see it's got a hot tub out front.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, For someone who you've been told is rigging horse races to make a bunch of money, this does not look like a high dollar establishment.
Save costs wherever possible.
Right. There's a gate at the entrance to the ranch. She's probably a couple hundred acres. You see, it's well maintained, and uh, she's got fields with a bunch of horses in them. Um, you press the button at the gate, and you say who you are. You say, "This is Elwood. I'm here to discuss horses with."
Yeah, I purchased some horses.
Yeah.
Interested in looking at them
Uh,
and seeing.
so this woman's voice says, "All right, well, I'll buzz you through, and I'll meet you up at the house in a few minutes."
Sounds good.
And I'm assuming you secured some form of transport or other. You didn't walk out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean whatever was available, Patrick.
That's fine. Uh, and you get up to the front, and after you pull up out front, and a couple minutes later, this elderly black woman comes out of the house, and she's wiping her hands on her shirt, and she says, "Hi, I'm Alice McAllister. How can I help you?"
Hi, I'm Elwood Lee. This is my colleague, Felix. What's your last name, Felix? I don't know what Felix's last name is.
Star.
Whatever it is, I
Felix
say
Star.
This is my colleague, Felix Star. We heard in town that you're a breeder of horses. Apparently winning ones.
Oh, yeah, I guess my reputation has preceded me. I breed the fastest horses in the verse.
Oh, I understand. So I was just interested in taking a look around your ranch and seeing what horse flesh you had for sale. I heard you had this really amazing stallion too, called what's it called?
Comet Chaser.
Comet. Yeah, that's. I was kind of pretending that, Patrick, and then I couldn't remember it either.
Oh well, she tells you it's Comet Chaser.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Comet Chaser. Yes, I heard that he was a magnificent stallion, and I'd love to see him if I have a chance. Not obviously not going to buy him off you, but
Well, he is my pride and joy. I'll tell you that. All right. Well, here, let me give you a tour of the grounds, and she'll walk you around. So she'll point over here is where our younglings are, or whatever you call the foals, I guess. There's you can see there's a half a dozen adolescent horses. I really don't know anything about horses.
Yearlings.
Yeah.
And they're running around. They're quite frisky and energetic. Now, horses are a fairly common form of transportation in the verse.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So you all have seen horses. That's not nothing shocking. You're at least familiar enough with horses that you'd recognize a horse if one kicked you in the head, right?
I'm back.
These look too big for yearlings. It's like maybe they're very old yearlings, but they just look too big, and they definitely more muscular than any yearling you've ever seen. But then she goes on and says, "Over here, this is where we breed our workhorses, and her workhorses look like pit bulls. They're just nothing but muscle, nothing but muscle. And they also seem happy and energetic. And she walks you around it. Now, there's been a couple of horse barns, and she takes you around to the horse barn.
Okay.
And you can tell that this is the horse barn. And she says, "I think they just brought Comet in back from his run, so he might be in here. You might be able to meet him." And she takes you through, and there are beautiful horses in every color, but Comet Chaser is the prettiest horse you have ever seen. I mean, he just come back for a run, so he's all hot and sweaty, but he's still, you know, uh, just amazing. And he's freaking huge. So I mean, if you're used to horses that come up to about their shoulders are about your neck level, I'd say that's about normal, right? About
Right.
head high. Uh, he easily tops, by tops that by a foot or more. So he is a huge horse. If you
Yeah.
guys knew anything about horses, you'd know that race horses aren't typically that big
No, they're not.
because it takes a lot of energy to move that much horse at any kind of
Normally they're
speed.
thin, spindly legs.
Yeah. This horse, I mean, you've seen the picture. I can call it back up again if you want to see it. He
No, it's
is
good.
he is magnificent.
Well, I comment on that and I say you've just got some sort of breeding stock here. They're amazing, and he is magnificent.
He is indeed my pride and joy. And she goes up and she gives him, a sugar cube, and he nuzzles her, and he's, that horse sound. He seems
Yep.
very happy to see her. But he's keeping a wary eye on you guys. Like, you're new. I don't know you. What are you doing in my barn? Kind of look. You
Yeah.
get that from the horse.
Okay. So, just a question: how many different workers does she have on the farm, or is it?
Uh,
And do we see any guys that look like they can handle themselves?
uh, you've seen farm hands, maybe half a dozen of farm hands. It's tough work, so they're all burly. They run around with pitchforks routinely, so they're armed. You don't see anything like, a mercenary force or anything like that.
Guys with guns and fences and
No.
scanning devices and
Not that you see, but go ahead and give me a notice roll.
notice. I'm assuming mental.
Yeah. Oh, look, your target number's a 3.
Should be able to beat that.
Oh, and your paranoia thing goes away
Does it?
because I rolled a 1.
Oh, good. All right. Here's my roll for total. I got 4. I beat her,
Okay.
but I got 1.
And you get a plot point. Your plot point is now she's a little suspicious of you because your plot point is going to be for, she's suspicious of you with a D8 because she sees you scoping out the place. You're not being very subtle.
So just put suspicious.
Suspicious D8.
Yep.
And she looks at that. She sees that. She sees you looking around like you're scoping out the place. She takes that the horse doesn't seem to like you right away. She's like, well,
And the fact that I've got 7 fingers on one hand, 6 fingers on one
6
hand.
fingers on one hand. Yeah. Are you not in the horse barn, Dean?
No, I don't see a horse barn.
Why don't you?
Once again, I'll reload it again. It's alright. It happens sometimes.
Maybe I just need to drag you in there.
I'm just reloading. I'm just refreshing.
Felix. Oh, I didn't drag you in there. That's another big map. And Alice. You should see it now when you come back.
It says 96% right now.
Yeah, maybe my map is too big. Was everybody else seeing the horse barn?
I am.
Huh, weird. Okay.
I'm not. Let's try that again.
So they fixed my internet so that you couldn't log in. Okay.
Oh, there we go. Now I can see it.
I can see it. Big horse barn. Lots of horses.
Yes, it is. Very nice.
Smells like Copenhagen. The chewing tobacco, not the city.
No, I figured. So she's obviously suspicious of me. So yeah.
Yeah, so it says, so what kind of horse were you looking for there, Mr. Lee?
Oh, I was just looking for a good mare. I have a stallion at home that I need to breed with. Get some. You got any good mares that I could take a look at?
You must be new to the horse thing, because typically it's the owner of the mare that is hiring stallions, not the other way around.
No, but I want to create my own breeding stock, and your horses I heard are just amazing.
Well, my horses are amazing. I need to know the history of your stallion though before I consent to diluting my stock, if you will. No offense intended, of course.
Oh, none taken. Well, I mean, I can come back tomorrow and bring all the bona fides on the horse. I just thought I'd come out and see what was what with your thing, and see because I heard that you were just this amazing horse breeder. So I wanted to see what you had before I made my mind up.
Okay, were you looking for a worker, a rider, a racer? What were you looking for?
Oh, you can tell I like horse racing, so I want a racer.
Oh, okay. Racing mare. Yeah, I those are few and far between, and they're a little pricey. Just
Oh,
so
I
you
know.
know. Only the best here at McAllister Ranch.
Okay. Well, tell you what. Why don't we make an appointment? I don't know. Is there a race coming up in a few days?
Yeah, a couple of days we got one.
Well, why don't I come meet you after the race, after I have a chance to see your horses in action, and we'll put together a deal. Well, as long as you agree, of course.
Oh, all right, that seems fine. You'll recognize my horses because they'll be first.
Of course they will, ma'am.
All right.
I have no
Well,
doubt.
races start at noon at the Downs. They go till about 3. So, say we meet at the club at the park about 3:30.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Be sure to bring your paperwork.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, Felix, do you want to take a look around and see if you notice any security? I didn't notice anything that looked like anything.
I mean, I can have a go.
Please.
Yes, I am back. Notice, but my notice is pretty bad, and
Your target number is a 7.
Orange Jesus, I've sacrificed many children in your honor. Bless
Terrible
me.
thing for a school teacher to say.
Yeah, 4. Orange Jesus hates me.
Okay, so you can have a plot point and a D8 and a D8 complication of caught snooping.
Oh.
Trust. We're the worst. We are just the worst.
You are the worst. But we will go to the back alley with our other intrepid crew members now.
See what they can do. See how much they can screw up.
Yep. Let's see. So as you're wandering around town, you see those teenagers, and you sort of give them the signal that you want to do business. So they sort of lead you, through the twisty streets of the back city, and they finally get you into this alley.
Okay.
Which looks just like this. And I say, so hey, what are you guys looking for?
We are looking for what do you say it was the street name again?
Xylo.
Xylo. We're looking for some Xylo. I was wondering if perhaps you can help me locate some.
Looking for Xylo, really?
Yeah. Looking to have a wild night. Don't.
No. It's used for surgery and stuff. It is a tranquilizer, yes, but it would help.
That's true.
I'm going
But
to
it's a
drive
drug.
Elwood and Felix in here just so they can see what's going on.
Fair.
They're not there. So what is it? Did you want to have fun or did you want to do surgery? Not that I care.
What does it matter to you?
It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, I was gonna
Can
say
you
it
get the
doesn't really.
stuff? Can you
Yeah.
get the stuff or not?
Yeah, how much you want?
I'm
See,
assuming we've already calculated how much we need to tranquilize a horse. Now, I'm gonna say for a standard size horse.
Enough for a standard size horse.
Correct. I mean,
How about
unless
get some extra just in case?
I'm down for. We can get some extra as well.
All right, so let's say that you want 5 cc's.
5 cc should work.
Okay, that's. It's going to take me a little bit of time to come up with that much.
How much time?
I mean, I could probably have this for you here in about 4 hours. I'm going to have to hit all of my buddies up and get a whole supply because, Jesus, man, that's enough to knock out a horse.
Well, go ahead. Can I throw in a little extra to have them go a little bit faster?
Well, I mean, they're going to want you to pay first.
Yeah, whatever it is.
At least half.
I'll give them. Yeah, what were we gonna say?
Half now. Dog.
Half now. Yeah.
Other half on delivery.
All right, so that'll be 25. Which you guys know is a huge amount.
Yeah.
25 total or 25 for half?
25 half.
25 half.
That it's like this job just became not profitable.
Yeah. No. Is there? Do you think we could probably haggle it down?
You can try. You want to roll for it?
Yeah. Let me see what do you think? What do you?
Amelia goes, that's a little steep.
Well, you're asking for a lot. And you're going to cause a shortage in the whole city for weeks with that much. I got to consider my other customers. So you guys can give me a social influence roll. My dice are back. Target number 2. And if Felix, you can have your suspicion go away.
How about we do 25 for all of it?
Give me a roll.
You said
social influence. Or anything else you think might apply to this.
Do you want me to roll for it, or do you want to roll for it?
I have an 8-8 is what I have.
I have an 8-10, and then I got Pretty Smile with a 6.
You roll for it. You got that pretty smile.
Okay. Target number's 2, guys.
I know.
This is a chance for him to get some free big damn hero dice.
Well, he got a 5, 6, 7. That is definitely a big damn hero dice of a D10 and a plot point because of that one. Go ahead and take a plot point, Amelia. Your complication is these kids don't like you. They feel like you have taken advantage of them.
And they're right for it.
Yes, absolutely. You've earned it, but you get the plot point for it. So congratulations. So they say, yeah, we'll be back here in 2 hours. You want to let him?
See you in 2 hours.
Okay, so you're just gonna let him go? You gotta remember. You gotta mark on your little thing where this place is, and go find some place to
Yeah,
hide. Well, there happens to be a Chinese noodle shop right up the corner. Gotta go in there.
sure.
Let's do it.
It's right across from a liquor street, apparently, and a motel.
Oh, saucy.
Hourly rates. All right, so against all odds, after 2 hours, they come back, and they have 5 cc's of Xylo. Now, it is in 10 little half cc ampules, so it's not terribly convenient. But you have a trained doctor, so that's easy to fix. Did you want to test it there, Doc, at all to make sure you got this?
Yeah, let me get a medicine roll on that.
All right, go ahead.
All right,
Knowledge
that's
medicine.
gonna be knowledge, and so we're gonna go mental.
Yep.
Hold on.
Yep.
Okay, why pop in? Here we go. Okay.
Ugh.
Clear. Target number is.
Okay, Amelia, your complication goes away. Target number is 2, because my dice are back. Baby.
As the ship's. I'll use my distinction as the ship's doctor.
Okay.
And you know what? I had some testing kits in my doctor's bag.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so you got a 12, which is 10 more than you needed. So it's still only one D8 hero dice.
Okay.
All right. But you just used your last testing kit.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So.
But yes, it is.
It is
exactly
pure.
what they said, and it's not diluted at all. It's like they stole it from a pharmacy or something,
Okay.
which
Good.
they probably did. And they take your 25. They say, "Is there anything else I can get you? Some Molly, some Phlox, maybe some ginger."
No, I appreciate. Thank you.
Oh, ginger, like in real
No.
ginger.
Not real. Is it real? I don't think it's real ginger.
No, it's a drug that is a hallucinogenic. It's called ginger because it kind of tastes like ginger, and it's a powder.
I kind of pull her with us. Okay, we're good. We're good. Thank you. Kind of pull her back to the ship.
Okay. You get back to the ship, no problem. Everybody want to be back on the ship to discuss what's happened.
Yep.
All right. Bring up our trusty mess hall. All right. Everyone's back on the ship. You've acquired enough horse tranquilizer to tranquilize a literal horse. And an appointment for 2 days hence to discuss horse breeding with McAllister.
Excellent.
Yeah, things are going very smoothly right now.
Too smoothly.
He says out loud, hoping it'll change somehow.
No, can't hear you.
What is this? This selective deafness I've heard about? La la la, not listening.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Well, I mean, I will when he gets recording software correct. To anyone listening, we had 2 previous sessions but a certain gentleman forgot to record the audio of the participants. This person will remain nameless, but you will be able to assume who they are.
Hey, I'll cop to it. I don't know what I'm
Oh. Well, fair enough. What are you, 40, 50? Like,
doing.
Can you hear
I'm
me?
61.
you're 61? Jesus, damn.
Yeah.
You can hear me now?
Yes, I can
Give me
hear you
some-
now.
Okay, I was saying she's definitely genetically modifying or drugging up those horses because they are some freaky ass horses. They're not race horses, they're freaking mutants. And by the way, I hope you got a lot of that drug because that's a flippin' big horse.
We have extra. We have enough.
You're going to need it.
So I should dose for a abnormal sized horse.
Well,
Got
yeah.
it.
You saw
Yeah.
a picture of it? It's huge.
Yeah.
It's like half again the size of a normal horse.
Well, somebody research real quick what a normal racehorse weighs,
Oh,
and
it's
then
a
add
ton.
50%.
You're going to make me Google? Okay.
I'm going to make somebody Google. It doesn't have to be you. We have kids for that now.
Oh, God.
Weighs 1,000 pounds, the average weight of a racehorse.
1,000 pounds, half a ton.
Mm-hmm.
So 3/4 ton, 3/4
Well,
ton
they can go.
horse.
They can go up to 1985 pounds. So
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, so,
So it's
let's
probably over
say
2,000.
yeah, 2,500.
which, by the way, is a metric ton
Yeah, that's a lot.
because that's 1,000 kilos. All right. Yeah, I didn't. We didn't see anything guards wise or anything. She's got workers, but I wonder if it's not something to do with the alliance. So I'm going to do some research on this lady, Patrick.
On the who?
The lady, the scientist.
Alice McAllister.
Yeah.
Give me your mental no roll, your target number. Actually, you know what? No. No, I don't want to do that here. Don't count this. This means nothing. Damn it!
It means nothing on that roll. Really well.
Yep. All right. So here, she is now. I have plot points myself equal to the number of players, so I may make this more difficult. I'm gonna spend a plot point, add an extra die, and I'm gonna make that. What did we say? That was 10. No, that's not what I'm looking at. 2d8.
14. It's 14 total.
14, yeah. So, well, 6 and 8, they don't add together. It'd be 13.
Oh, yeah.
7 and 6. The one doesn't count. Nobody has any
Okay.
complications now, so that one won't mean anything. So your target
So my
number is
complications one.
13.
My suspicious is gone now?
Yep.
Okay. Target number is 13.
Target number is 13 to find out anything about her on the cortex. Anything useful.
8.
You find surface stuff. You know, she has a degree in molecular biology with a specialty in genetics. She retired honorably from a job with Alliance military, and last known address is on Deadwood.
I think we're missing something, guys. What do you think?
I'm paid to shoot, not to think.
You can also think.
Yeah, but you're doing it for free.
Yeah, Felix is going to look at you like sort of eyebrow raised, like think me? Like, have you met me?
Yes.
The mayor seemed like he was unsure, but it feels like he definitely knows they're being genetically modified because it's pretty obvious from your description.
Oh yeah, it's not even remotely subtle. So I don't know why anybody's racing horses against this woman or even allowing her to race.
um, do we know anything about genetic engineering in like the Alliance or the Outer Systems? Is it legal?
That would be something I would probably know.
All right,
For
go ahead.
would that fall under
I'll be knowledge medical.
knowledge medical? Okay.
Target number 9.
Okay.
And you got an 8.
Yep. Where is it? No medicine.
Oh no.
As a ship's doctor as well.
Uh,
Something I would know.
Let me take a look at ship's doctors. I would say no, because that's more about treating the sick and injured, and less about the
Sure.
ins and outs of that sort of thing.
Awesome roll.
Yeah. Way to narrowly avoid those plot points.
Yeah.
You, as far as you know, genetics was used in the core for a number of ailments. It wasn't progressed to the point where kids were picking out their or parents were picking out their kids' attributes or anything like that.
Sure.
But you could do gene therapy for weird diseases and stuff. Uh, it was expensive, but it wasn't illegal.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. So it's expensive back in the core worlds, but it wasn't an illegal practice. It was more of a minor
Yeah, but
dabble.
Okay. Yes. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure because obviously with playing Star Trek with you guys for so long, I wanted to make sure that genetic engineering was not illegal.
well, doesn't mean it's legal when you're racing horses because you've got a huge advantage and there's money involved.
True, but I mean, we're asked to acquire the horse. I'm assuming that the mayor probably already knows that it's genetically enhanced, or at least suspects to some degree. So it's probably going to be a case of he wants the horse to turn his own profit in the races. It means that we can't expose its thing as a genetic engineered horse.
Well, he can't race it because he can't race a stolen horse.
Oh yeah, true.
So the only thing I can think of is he would have already, probably would have had her horse ranch turned down or all the horses brought in for stuff by now. I think the governor might be in on this.
Yeah,
Well,
potentially. Because
the issue I see is it's so undefended. Why doesn't he just hire a bunch of people to take her out? And I'm guessing it's because of the alliance thing. So he's using an intermediary like us to get rid of the horse.
yeah,
I'm just wondering if we're being sold as patsies, though.
I mean, it could be a case of the mayor's actually not a completely terrible human being and doesn't just want to murder people left, right, and center. It looks bad on the town, but yeah, probably because of the genetic engineering and the cost, the horse breeder has a lot of connections and a lot of pull. So we're gonna have to be pretty careful with this one.
I just want to say that you guys would make excellent shadow runners.
Shadowrunners, what's that?
It's a game like Cyberpunk but with magic,
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
and
elves and dwarves
and
and
it
trolls.
is all about the paranoia in that game. You guys would be really good at it.
Okay, no offense, but this is just because I've had DMs in the past that if you're not constantly paranoid, you are going to get blindsided, and I have
Gosh,
I have a healthy distrust of people who run
who
games.
could you be talking about?
Let's think. I- i- is it the person that sprung the fact that I was evil on me? The fact that I was the head of the vampire government in VTM, or is it you with your numerous Star Trek plot twists, including the fact that my first officer was a goddamn android?
Hey, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
For you, maybe, you
We
cretin.
God, we had sat on that for at least a couple months.
uh, yeah. So, I mean, personally, I see that there's a few ways of doing this. We could trank the horse up to its eyeballs with the drugs and make it lose the race. At that point, the horse breeder might be willing to sell it to us at like a really discounted price. That way, it's not stolen. Or we could break into the stables before the race and just nick it because horse stables do not have great security. I say this as a person who my home city's claim to fame is one of the most famous races in the UK for horses. The security for horses there is absolute crap.
Well, the IRA did steal a horse
Yeah.
in the early 70s.
Did the mayor say why he wanted it stolen again? Just refresh my memory.
Yes,
Did not.
he wants the horse to prove that she's genetically modifying horses to cheat at racing.
Yeah.
You can't just
So
look at them and say, "Look, they look really genetically modified."
That
yeah.
has not been enough to get a warrant from a judge.
You
Hmm.
take samples, and
Yeah, true, but I think a doctor sticking a needle into the horse and taking a stem cell or blood sample is probably going to arouse some suspicion. um,
Plus, you're out
so
on the rim, so there's not a whole lot. There's not like a racing authority to appeal to.
true. Yeah, so there's two ways of doing it. One way we buy the horse after making it lose, which is probably going to cost us a lot of money and is not guaranteed, or we nick the horse right out of the stables.
yeah, I just feel like we're missing something. But that maybe it's just my suspicious manner.
I mean, we're probably always missing something, but that's because certain
So,
people can't be trusted, can they?
then people can't
Hey,
roll dice.
this whole adventure is written on a 5x7 sheet of paper. Do you think that's enough room to print in, multiple levels of betrayal and backstabbing?
With you, yes.
Yeah, you're right.
They know.
Well,
Yes.
what do you think, Amelia? And your point of view.
Well, if we want to get that extra to pay for the trank, and we come out at least 100 platinum on this,
We'll steal
we're
a
gonna have to
horse.
steal it. We gotta steal a horse early.
Yep, I guess we'll do that then. Steal a horse.
Steal the horse. All right, that's fine. How you gonna do it?
And how are we going to do it? Yes, exactly.
we could go for try to do a distraction, draw her and stable hands away from the barn.
Could see it fire or something.
Set fire to something.
I know a bunch of kids.
Ooh.
We can set fire to them. Oh, that's a good idea.
No,
Our
we're
money
not,
back.
No, use the
I heard
kids
that
for.
we're not
straw's
burning
pretty
children.
flammable, right?
Gosh,
And
you guys
hey,
think I'm
I was-
evil. Jeez.
I was being
we're
funny.
we're
Jeez,
talking
come
about
on.
committing arson. I love it.
No, that's not arson. That is multiple child murder and arson.
Well, okay, so I'm thinking we don't have to set the actual baby horses on fire, but
No, we
but
let,
was
we
that.
could
Kids
set their
do.
barn on fire.
we let the kids do the distraction
Yeah,
and then
Yeah.
sneak in. That's my idea.
I mean,
I like your idea.
yeah, to be fair, the children we can probably hire for like
25.
yeah, pennies on the dollar, so it would make a good distraction and allow us to actually focus on the important stuff.
Fair.
Yes, but how are we going to get the horse out of there? That's the important stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can anyone here ride a horse?
Yes, every one of you can ride a horse.
Not very
Okay.
well.
No,
I
yeah,
mean-
let me rephrase that. Can anyone ride a horse well?
None of you are going to be entering steeplechase competitions, but you can ride a horse from point A to point B.
Okay.
A drugged horse, so it's not totally out of its gourd, but at least so that it's not going to buck you off.
Yeah, so
It'll be trotting along. Come on, horse, faster!
I don't
Yes.
want to ride it though because it doesn't like me. That horse, it was giving me the eye.
yeah,
Let Amelia do it. She's got a pretty
Felix will do
smile.
it because Felix has absolutely no fear
Okay,
of
you
anything.
can
Does
smile
that work on
horse.
horses?
No.
Yeah, so kids cause the distraction. We go and get the horse. It's well, actually no, because it's probably going to be best if me and Elwood stay in like plain sight of the owners / horse breeders because we were sniffing around and Elwood specifically mentioned the fact that oh yes, we know of you know, Comet Chaser. So
You're gonna want me to be there for administering the dose to the horse, so
yeah,
All right.
And-
so
and
Amelia
this-
and Atticus have to steal the horse because
Yeah.
Elwood and Felix are known by the mark.
yeah. I mean, if it gets nicked and we're not visible, they're going to immediately suspect us, and it's not probably going to be beneficial to our client.
But we can bring the ship in if needs be to pick you guys up.
Yeah.
I'm smelling the formation of a plan.
Yeah.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Hey,
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I put my hand out and go on 3 people.
I'm not touching your hand. There's germs on there. You don't wash.
He's a doctor. He'll fix it.
I was gonna say, fine. I pull my head back. No, it's okay. I see. I read the room wrong.
Just to start a slow clap.
Yeah, right.
All right. So just so I'm clear, Elwood and Felix are going to go meet McAllister at the race.
Yeah.
And after the race, during the race, before the race.
I'd say during when it's being actively stolen.
If we want the bonus, we had to steal the race. We have to steal the horse
Oh.
before the race.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
Yeah.
what you need to do, you need to get the race ticket, see when he's racing, and just that gives you your time limit. Like,
Yeah.
is he running the first race? Is he running the last race? How many races are there? Blah 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 blah. You know, that sort of thing. Again, my
Okay.
ignorance of horses shines through. Uh,
Mm.
uh,
I have a potential suggestion.
okay.
It depends how morally ambiguous our owner and captain are. Obviously, we've been offered a bonus if we steal it before the race, but we know that horse is more than likely going to win. So we could let it race and bet on it to win. Um, what odds is the horse at? Is it like 3-1?
Oh no, he is expected to win, so his odds are even.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, no.
So if you bet $1, you win $1.
Oh, yeah. So okay, right. Yeah, there's no point like stealing it after the race. We better steal it before to get the bonus.
There you go.
I've never understood that about horse racing. Oh yeah, it's the favorite, and then the favorite like completely loses or pulls out before the race. Like, why would you bet on that?
Well,
You
I
spend
mean,
a pound, you win a pound.
You bet
well,
on it when it's at higher odds. It gets down to that even odds. It starts at a higher one if you're talking about
yeah. If he's
on
not
course
likely to
betting.
win, his odds are higher. So the
Mm.
winning horse, you bet $10, they give you your $10 back, and another $10.
Plus the
Ah,
plus the handicapping of the horses too can affect how much it's getting. I mean, I've been to horse racing. I've bet on horse racing before, so
I,
not
I
an expert. But
I used to bet on horse racing and then realised, I've spent £100 and I've not earned a penny.
Welcome to
Yeah.
the lottery.
I'm going to tell you, something even worse to bet on, and that is greyhounds, because greyhounds can win the race for 95% of the race and then lose in the last 5 minutes because they get distracted because they don't have a jockey.
Hmm.
It's just them.
I mean, yeah, dog racing also can be quite heavily fixed. To be fair,
Yeah.
um,
We were up. I made $20 on that night.
yeah,
Would have been a whole lot more, but the dog did not win that last race, even though they were leading for
Oh yeah, yeah,
95%.
sure. I could have been president too if half the people had voted for me.
Hey, it would have been. I would have been up $100.
I'd have
I,
probably been better than what we got currently, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm
We
gonna
are.
I'm gonna build a wall. I'm gonna make the horse racers pay for it.
All right. So we are going to go to the track
Mm-hmm.
because I have a
Track.
horse track.
I knew you would.
Oh, very nice.
See, some of the stuff I thought about. Didn't think of the back alley, but I thought about,
That looks like the Royal Ascot. To be honest,
Once again, it's not loading. Why the hell is this thing not loading on my computer tonight?
I don't know.
graphics.
And I'm going to
Maybe.
put Atticus and Amelia down here in the infield because you're doing something.
Yeah, we're making ourselves visible.
Yeah. You're up there in the VIP boxes because you're dressed right and you got a monocle.
Yeah.
Clearly you've got a bodyguard in Felix.
Yep.
And
I've got.
the picture is a Google search for a horse track. So that's what I got. If that's
They shouldn't
someplace
come up with a
famous,
full.
then okay.
They shouldn't come up with a Fallout 4 robot racing track.
I might have. I just rejected it. It's not. Yeah. Anyway, neither here nor there. So it's the day of the race. They start at noon. Uh, your younger horses, I guess, run first. You're not ranked, or your new jockeys, or I don't know how it works. The scrubs race first, building up to the
Mm-hmm.
main event where Comet Chaser. Turns out he is in the 10th and final race of the day. The not a huge crowd yet, but people are still filling in, and you suspect it'll probably be full by the time the last race comes around. There's a lot of betting. There's people selling, cotton candy and beer and hot dogs up in the stands. But you're in the VIP section, so you have a waiter who will bring you champagne and caviar if you if you want.
And strawberries.
And strawberries, yes.
Cream.
Yep. They'll do it.
All right.
Now, Elwood and Felix are making a show of it out in the front. Atticus and Amelia.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I guess we're sneaking up to the horse barn.
There's
Indeed.
probably 6 of them. Because every race has, a dozen horses, and
Sure.
they're cycling through. I mean, people are coming in, going out. I mean, it is a high traffic area. So, I mean, horses are coming and going, people are coming and going. There's cars and horse trailers and people on horseback, and there's a little lounge with tiny people in it for the jockeys. Yeah, it's busy.
Okay.
Slipping in will be easy. Let me see. Do you guys want to sneak in? Or you just want to stroll in like you belong there?
I have an idea. If Amelia, we both walk in like we own the place, I'll grab a feed bag and try to calm the horse down with some food to trank it and dose it. If anyone jumps in or tries to say anything, just say that we're doctors. You can probably sweet talk someone better than I can.
That's your plan?
That's what I'm running by Amelia before we decide what our plan is. If
I can't think of a better plan. I don't think it may not be the best plan, but it's
I think the only thing we should say is I know it's not the best. Scrap the we're doctors.
Yeah. Honestly, a loose plan is better than no plan at all.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, then I am going to need social and trick rolls from both of you. Let's see how my dice are going to treat me. They are treating you well. Your target number is 6.
Okay.
Social and trick.
Orange Jesus, Stalin, rise from the depths of hell and
Felix,
give
Elwood,
me
you don't have to do this.
favor.
This is Atticus and Amelia.
You don't.
Oh,
No,
okay. Oh,
You don't
thank
have
God.
to do it.
Because my trick and social are dreadful.
What can
I don't think any of you put a lot of points into trick.
Well,
I have a
yeah,
D6.
because I don't trick people. I solve all my problems with gun.
Yep, I got you.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else. So, Jesus.
Oh, that's awful. Could be
Yeah.
worse. Could have been 2 ones, but it's pretty awful.
Do you have a big damn hero dice and a plot point?
I do have a plot point and a big damn hero dice. So I spin the plot point to use the dice.
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay, and then I'll just roll a D8.
Ah!
Okay, you're okay.
There's a spider crawling up me. I don't know where it came from.
It sounded like a spider crawling up your ears.
Yeah.
It's gonna say mental, but it's a D8 still.
Oh,
So
damn it.
no, that's still 6 though.
I
Yeah,
know, but
6.
that's pretty awful.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You pulled it off.
Yeah,
Amelia?
I think that's a 6.
Oh, 6. Okay. You get some funny looks, but nobody questions you or attempts to stop you at all. Just walk out there. It's almost like you were carrying a clipboard or something. You get back there. There's the horse, standing there in his stall.
I'm gonna grab a feed bag. I would assume there's one on the wall somewhere.
Absolutely, one right there.
And I'll come carefully and calmly up to the horse and offer him the food with the bag on, and then look to quickly administer the dose.
How are you administering it? Are you giving him a shot? Are you having him eat it? Are you drops in the eye? Spray up the nose? Suppository? How you doing it?
Just a shot of just a shot in the. I'm gonna go not behind the horse, but like the back rear of the horse,
So,
and then immediately back the fuck up.
giving him a shot in the ass with 5 cc's. You giving him the whole shot of Xylo? Oh, you know what?
We want him mobiles. So
John, give me a mental knowledge medicine roll to get this dose right. And because you don't have any kind of animal handling, I'm going to make this a difficult roll for you, possibly,
Okay.
by rolling 2d8 as your target number. Your target number, is 14.
I have to roll perfect on 2d8s.
You can. You know what? Here's what I recommend. Use one of your talents as a D4 to get a plot point if you don't have any plot points. Do you have a plot point?
I have 1 plot point.
All right, you can use a plot point to add a die to your total. If you stack a bunch of dice together, you can use this plot point to add one to the total. You know what I'm saying? So like you use your stat and your skill, and you add in your doctor's bag and your ship's doctor, and you got medical. So you're rolling like 5 die. If you get close, you can spend a plot point and add one of those other dice that don't count to your total.
Okay, so my roll now is a mental no medicine, ship's doctor, and a doctor's bag.
Yes.
Okay, and I will spend the plot point. Well, I can choose to do that after the roll.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. Seven, 5, 5, 4, 1. I will
have a
spend
plot
the plot
point for the 1.
And I'll spend it immediately for then
to add the 5.
To add the 5 for a total of 17.
Well, that is enough. You know that you only need 3 for a horse this size. That gives you 2 whole cc's of Xylo left over.
Okay.
I will even tell you
nice.
that half a cc is enough to knock a football player out for 8 hours.
Understood. This is a big. Okay, so all right, fair enough.
American football player.
American football player, not those pansy European ones.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
Football, aka soccer, is more than just a European thing. Heretic.
Okay, but do any of your football players weigh 350 pounds?
No, because they're athletic, not obese.
Exactly.
Hey, there's nothing obese about a train, okay? It goes through people. That's what matters.
All right.
Hey, yeah. I mean, look at rugby player and show me the difference.
Fair.
So
Anyway.
you have tranked this horse to just the amount you wanted it. What's your complication going to be?
He jabbed himself at the same time.
No, that would be awful. That's too much.
No.
He kicked him.
You've caught some unwanted attention.
Okay.
Somebody's like, "Hey, what are you doing back there?" You're like, "Oh, just checking him out for the race or whatever you're doing."
Yep. Making sure he's giving him his pre-snack meal, pre-race meal. Yeah.
So you have that D-sticks complication. Remind me of that next time I'm rolling against you.
For unwanted attention.
Unwanted attention. All right, so you've tranked the horse. You still have about 6 races to go before he's up.
All right. I signal to Amelia we can start moving the horse and getting it out of here.
Okay. Um, he's slowly getting more and more lethargic. He kind of wants to just stand here, you know, look at all the pretty colors, you know, taste the rainbow, that kind of stuff.
With a caring nudge, can I try to like push him along?
Sure, yeah. I mean, Comet Chaser doesn't care. Okay, yeah, man, cool, let's go. Yeah.
Yeah. Give him pet it, scratches, all 9 yards. Let him.
Maybe hold out some sugar cubes. You hear he likes those.
Has he already got his saddle on?
No, not yet.
We can go ahead and grab and saddle him up.
Do you know how to saddle a horse?
I don't.
Or do you
Amelia.
know how to saddle a racehorse?
It's
I understand it's a little different. I could be wrong.
Amelia. Do you know how to saddle a horse?
She shrugs. You know what? She's just gonna start leading the horse. Make it look like maybe he needs to walk. It's a little drowsy.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
A little drowsy ahead of time. Agreed.
Well, he's got his bridle on, so you've got leads to lead him on, and if you hold out the sugar, he'll follow you happily. Because
Okay.
he's like, now he's got the horse munchies.
Yeah. Hold out the sugar, and just slowly lead him,
Right.
Out the
out to
back
the
way.
pasture, out to the pasture area, or towards the pasture area, and then hopefully make our way out of the racetrack area.
Okay. What was your plan to move the horse away from the track?
But the plan was to get the horse far enough away from the track to bring the ship down at a distance, and then
But our
walk the horse.
pilot is inside.
That's
no,
fair.
all we got to do is he can go and I'll stay out there. He can fly the ship and pick you up.
Oh, he could probably make some excuse.
Yeah, I mean, as long
irritable
as I'm
bowel
staying
syndrome. He's gone.
I'm going someplace where they sell real alcohol.
Yes.
All right, so you're going to send Felix off to go get the ship, fly it back to wherever you've got Comet Chaser, pick up the horse, and then deliver it to the mayor.
Yep.
Sounds like a plan.
That
Felix
sounds
is
like
up
a
for
pretty
it.
solid plan.
All right. Then Felix, have you been drinking?
No, Felix doesn't drink on mission. He
Okay.
drinks in his free time, not when he's
All
working.
Well, the track is like across town from the docks, so you'll need to take some conveyance to get you back over there. If we can always retcon to say that you left shortly before the boys started their attempt to steal the horse. So you're
Yeah.
nearby, so you're just waiting for the signal. All right, we've got the horse. We're in the pasture, a mile beyond the trail, the track.
Yeah.
All right.
It was mainly to make sure that the owners saw Felix and Elwood there together, because I am quote unquote his bodyguard.
Absolutely.
So they wouldn't suspect him, and then him dashing off might be
I'm going to stick around for the race until you guys have gotten the thing picked up.
yeah.
Right.
I'd say Elwood probably whispered in Felix's ear to go deal with the problem, and Elwood makes a big thing of oh yeah, I have some other business I have to attend to in another town, and I've sent Felix to go deal with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, well, then you make it back to the ship. How do you want to approach the retrieval?
For the retrieval, I was thinking we drop the ship down in a field or far enough away, and then walk the horse so we don't scare it when the ship
Okay.
lands.
I was asking Felix, how did you want to
Oh,
approach it? Are you going to be sneaky about it? You just going to fly straight from the dock to the field? Uh, take a
I'm going to be
circuitous unknown route?
I, I'm going to be sneaky about it so that it's not suspected that we're involved.
All right. Give me a sneak roll. You can use your flying distinction though, because you're flying.
Yeah. So would that be physical?
It would be physical, yes.
Okay, fly, physical, and sneak.
Well, you can't use fly because you can only use one skill. So
Okay.
I'm assuming you can fly sneakily by using your sneak skill. I will let you use any
Yeah.
of your flying distinctions though, if you think they would apply.
Evasive maneuvers wouldn't really apply.
Ship's pilot
Because
would.
that's more.
Ship's pilot definitely
Uh,
would.
have a look. Ship's pilot. Ship's engines now. Yeah.
Add a D8 for ship's pilot. That's perfect.
Yeah, I'll spend a plot point and add ship's pilot.
I don't think he even had to spend a plot point to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
If that's what
just
you're
for the
saying,
triggers.
and I
Your
will
target
roll
is
that.
an ungodly 10. Ugh.
RNGesus. Please, I have sacrificed many people in your honor. Do not fail me. 13. Hey.
Yep. Oh yeah. So you very quietly move the royal flush around. You go way outside the town. You come up over the hills and pick up the horse. You set it down gently, so gently that you don't even bother the horse. The horse is just standing there chilling, chewing on some grass. As soon as you land and drop the ramp, Amelia and Atticus lead the horse quietly inside. The horse doesn't seem bothered at all. And where are you going to go now?
Sounds good. Once we have the horse, I am boogalooing with the ship so that they can't say, "Oh my god, why is the ship here?"
Okay. And where are you going?
Um, where would be a? I assume.
Let's go someplace outside of town.
Yeah, I assume that Elwood would probably have set like a rendezvous point with.
Well, the mayor told you where he wanted the horse delivered.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we might as well go straight there then. Because no offense to Elwood, but Amelia is the captain, and they're probably okay at negotiating. So
Yeah, we can drop the horse off
All right.
and just
So
hope we get paid.
the coordinates he gave you are to a field on the mayor's personal estate. Um, you contact the mayor by the number he gave you. Say we're on our way with the goods you ordered. He says, "Fantastic. I'll meet you out there." And you land the ship, and there's the mayor. He's got a couple of goons with him.
goons or henchmen?
Goons. He can't afford
Okay,
henchmen.
so they're in it for the money, not for the cause. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Uh, but he as soon as you land, he's walking up the ramp. He says, "All right, where's the horse? Where's Comet Chaser?"
Right
And
here, Mayor.
and as soon as you walk up, there he is. I mean, he's standing there happily munching on some sugar cubes. He's got a pile of shit behind him the size of a freaking watermelon.
Mm. Yeah, that horse, even if it was genetically engineered, might not win. If you want to know a horse is going to win, it shits before the race.
Yeah. Well, the race hasn't gone
Hey,
off yet. He's right on schedule.
fair enough.
And the mayor comes up. He says, "Wow, you really did it. I was kind of thinking you were gonna screw this up." All right,
Felix is
and
going to say, "You hired professionals. We do a professional job."
all right. Well, good. I'm gonna keep your number in my Rolodex in case I got some further work for you. You are even on time. Let me, before the race. So here you go. Here's 150 platinum. He hands you a little bag that jingles. It says, "Pleasure doing business with you. I'm going to give you 12 hours to get off my planet."
Understood.
Pleasure.
I hope we're not wanted after this, but thanks.
Oh, no, thank you. And he leads the horse off. His goons keep an eye on you, while he walks off. Make sure you don't try to double cross him or something. And as soon as he's off and away and your ramp comes up, they turn around and follow him. You guys go back to the dock.
Yeah.
No,
No.
we just stole a horse.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Considering we've done this robbery, um, I'll, can we say that Elwood's probably set like a rendezvous point to make sure that we don't?
I was going to stay there long enough to make it obvious that I'm not stealing it, and then when the shit hits the fan, I'll just disappear.
Okay, yeah, and we'll probably have organised like a rendezvous point in the middle of nowhere so that Elwood can get to us.
Yep, that seems perfectly fine. Uh, Elwood, as you're sitting there, you're coming up on the final race. Uh, it's the ninth race is just run, and McAllister shows up and says, "Oh, Mr. Lee, how nice to see you again." And sits down. Are you ready to see how good a horse Jason Comet is?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Well, this should be entertaining. She sits down and gets ready for the what, and then uh, after a few minutes, somebody comes up and whispers into her ear. She quickly glances over to you, but then talks back to the guy. Says, "Excuse me, Mr. Lee. There seems to be a small problem I have to deal with. I'll be right back." And she
Oh,
gets up
hope
and
everything's
walks
okay.
off. I'm sure it'll be fine. Uh,
And now then I'll disappear, Patrick.
all right. Uh,
You'll disappear like a fart in the wind.
give me if you really want to do it, give me a physical sneak roll.
Sure, I'm good at that.
Well, you better be because I rolled an 8.
I'm screwed. Okay, here we go. I got a 9. Holy moly!
Well, it looks like you got away scot-free. Nobody notices anything. You hear as you're walking out the front gate the announcement that there's been a change to the 10th race. Uh, Comet Chaser is a scratch. Um, Everyone has 5 minutes to adjust their bets. And you hear mad scrambling as people run down to the betting thing to change their bets because everybody who bet on Comet Chaser to win is just lost. So they got to pick some other of these poor loser horses.
Oh no, they can't fix the race anymore. What sadness.
Um, and you get to the rendezvous point. There's your ship. There's uh, Atticus and Felix and Amelia. Amelia's got a bag full of money.
Sounds like we made our money. I think it's time we left this planet. What do you say?
I agree. The mayor only gave us 12 hours to get off. So
Yeah, I think
Shit.
we'll leave him right now.
Yeah, we'll leave him with us 12 hours.
All right.
Let's hop out of here.
So Felix hops up to the bridge to take off, and he sees there's a message light flashing.
Here we go.
Hmm.
Go ahead and take the message, man. What is it?
It's McAllister.
Ooh.
Oh, Mrs. McAllister. Okay.
Yes. Mr. Lee,
Yes. How are you?
I want to thank you for your efforts this afternoon. You've gone a long way towards cleaning up corruption in the Deadwood government.
Have I?
Yes. Thank you
I'm
very
glad to hear
much.
that.
Uh, I would probably not come back to Deadwood for at least a year, because it'll take that long for us to clean things up. But the mess that you've started should be enough to straighten things out.
Oh, I take it the mayor is no longer the mayor?
Oh, he is until he gets caught with that stolen horse,
Hmm.
which should be happening in about 15 minutes. So if you were leaving, now would be a great time.
Oh shit.
Hi, thank you
Hey.
very much. Thank you very much, Miss McAllister, and have a wonderful life.
Thanks. Same to you, Mr. Lee. And she signs off.
Well,
Nice.
we did get paid, but we got played as well.
Yeah, and I need to talk to your
Ah.
friend and see whether that was all a setup that he set us up.
No, I get the feeling he just been a patsy as well.
Probably.
Either way, I think our time on this planet is done. We should head out.
That seems like a great idea.
By the way, I'm writing the adventure up right now.
All right, that's a great idea.
Well, I do it while I'm fresh in my mind, you see, and I've taken notes.
That's an excellent idea, and I wholeheartedly approve. In 2 weeks, we'll be going to Ghost.
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 Go.
Want to know where Ghost is? Let me look it up.
Is it a derelict ship?
No, it's what happens when women are uninterested in you.
It's a planet.
Ghost is in the Calidasa system,
Oh.
which is right there by the Blue Sun system.
Excellent.
Here, I'll bring up the verse.
And it won't load for me, so that's cool.
Blue Sun's up there. Oh, Calidasa is on the opposite side of the verse. Sorry. It's as far away from where you are as it could possibly be.
Gonna take us a long time to get there.
Good thing it's 2 weeks from now. No.
In a short time to get there. Yep. All right. So I don't know what's happening. Turns out my interpretation of the Good Shepherd's Run was completely wrong. And it is more a gazetteer travel log than it is a series of adventures. So
Oh. So what are you gonna do?
I'm going to do what I always do.
Yeah,
Make it up as
Patrick,
you go
that's what
along.
you're gonna do.
I'm going to make it up whole cloth. What else would I do?
Things.
Yep. And if anyone has watched this video, thanks for going this far. I'm going to stop recording now.